Hey, hey, I'm I'm drunk. Um, huh? I'm drunk. Okay, just to let you know, I'm not drunk. I'm just like pretty much faking it, that kind of thing, because I just wanted to prove a point. So here we go. Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak, and I wanted to do a very quick video on something that affected me in my life when it came down to people, relatives, close friends when I was growing up that were alcohol abusers. They would drink beer and, of course, liquor, whatever thing. I mean, I started drinking when I was 37 years old. Before that, I was pretty much like I didn't care for it when I was growing up as in my late teens when a lot of that stuff was happening. Even though I've been to a few house parties where people that are underage were drinking in high school, and I just didn't really care for it. I thought it was, especially the way they behaved, and I thought it was something evil about liquor and drinking booze. So I was a little bit of a nerd about it. Throughout my 20s, I was a little bit the same way. I did try drinking a little bit here and there, but I never really got drunk. And I just didn't care for it for so many years. And then at the age of 37, when I was 37 years old, that's when I started to drink mixed drinks, Jack and Coke, whiskey sours, and stuff like that. And I then moved on to beer. Bud Light is my favorite, just to let you know. Genuine Draft, High Life, those are okay. Those are good beers too. But my most Miller Lite also too. But my most was Bud Light. That was my favorite one out of all of them. Now, the point of this video is this, basically. People who have a strong problem with drinking, friends and especially relatives. My dad was, I don't know if I should call him an alcoholic, but he was an abuser. He was somewhat of an alcoholic. But he was more like a alcohol abuser. Of course, he would go out with his friends and drink and stuff like that, and he wasn't really a good role model. And one of my brothers was pretty much the same way. He was also with his friends, and it was like, I don't know. My mom couldn't understand the mentality of it. She would always criticize, saying that it's a bunch of macho bullshit. My mom would get angry so much at my dad or at my brothers, and she was kind of worried about me when I started drinking at 37. Now I know what it's like to get drunk, and it is a good feeling. But it all depends on what type of social group you're with. If you're with a group of of people that are decent, they're like the compassionate drunks. Because my a lot of my relatives were more like the obnoxious drunks, and some of them were violent drunks. I was like the only compassionate drunk. I was like, when I get drunk, with hey, I love you, man. Everything's gonna be okay, man. Come on, have a drink, man. Come on, that kind of thing. And I never really got drunk to that point that often. I would say about maybe, I don't know, 18 times within a year. And those are about maybe a good 20 to 25 times that I would just drink. And once I feel the buzz, I would stop and I would just eat something. And I would usually eat before I drink too. I made a mistake of drinking on an empty stomach, and I got drunk, and oh, not a good feeling. You puke, you feel like shit, and of course you feel better when you puke, but not a good feeling. Now, I like to socialize with a particular group. I can't socialize and drink with people that are ghetto and or those unsavory bad element type people. I stay away from that. So I usually go to bars where, I guess, I don't know, you could just say decent people. Now, in my family, I do have people that are alcohol abusers, especially on my mother, on my father's side. So we pretty much, I think it's hereditary, in my opinion, but it's also, a lot of it has to do with influence, peers, and stuff like that. So I just want to let all of you know that it is a serious problem. They didn't choose to get drunk and say, I feel like ruining someone's life. I feel like causing trouble. I feel like doing. It's not that. It's because of the feeling of being drunk. And they feel, oh, I could handle it. And says, hey, man, you slow down. Take it easy with that, man. Just, come on. Is your, it's so-and-so's birthday party. Just take it easy. I'll be okay. And they get so angry and defensive because they honestly believe that they could handle it. And once they do get drunk, you can't fucking reason with them. That's just how it is. The thing that I found very painful was when my dad got drunk on my sister's quinceañera, on her sweet 15. At first he was just helping us out, and then every now and then he would drink while people were coming in. He would greet them as a host, and then would say, "I'm just gonna have a few drinks. Don't worry, man. Just whatever." So he would have a few mixed drinks and a beer and stuff like that. But it got to the point where he started drinking more and more, and he had a stupid ass friend. He says, come on, man, this is a celebration, and my dad just went with it. He got fucking drunk, and my mom had to stop him, and she went off on the guy that was encouraging him. He said, this is your daughter's quinceañera. This is our sweet 15. What the fuck is wrong with you? To me, it was heart-wrenching. And he didn't really, become real obnoxious, not to an extreme at least. Because my mom stopped him before he ever actually hit to the point of real extreme, being drunk. And he was already buzzed up when he was doing the ceremonial dance with his daughter, with my sister. and he was okay. I mean, he wasn't really, of course, he wasn't sober, but he wasn't to the point where he was actually becoming a problem. And my mom was constantly watching him and making sure he doesn't go out, take things out of control. And also I did my part, and my brothers also did their part too. They made sure that he didn't go out of control. My sister did get a little bit emotional. I was like, please don't ruin this for me. I mean, come on. So they had the ceremonial dance. Everything was great. And then my dad got a little bit more drunk later on, even though he ate. It does help to eat. And of course, yeah, when everybody was dancing and getting their groove on and stuff like that and whatever, everybody was was watching him dance. My dad's all drunk and he's dancing, and everybody's yelling out, "Go, Poppy! Go, Poppy! Go, Poppy!" Stuff like that. I mean, I had the video footage, but it's from a camcorder from back in the 90s. This was in 1996. Yeah, 1996. And I mean, if you want to saw the video footage, I wish I could show it to you, but it's one of those 8 millimeter, 1990s, mid 90s type of camcorders where we put that thing right by your eye and you just like record. So everything went okay. There was no disaster. But at that time, I was thinking, well, doesn't my dad care? Is he saying I don't give a fuck or whatever, or is he saying don't? I just couldn't understand. And then many years later, I found out that I pretty much figured it out. It's because he was thinking in his mind, I could handle it. I'm not gonna ruin anything. I could handle it. And then when they do screw up, they don't want to take responsibility for it. I was nothing. I didn't do anything bad. Well, first of all, you don't remember. And then my younger brother was the same way. And it became a problem for him until, I'm not going to get into detail, but he did get into some trouble. And he pretty much, learned his lesson. It was hard for him, but little by little, he began to wise up. And right now he still drinks. He gets drunk once in a while, but he draws a line somewhere. He draws a line. And if he feels he's a little bit too drunk, he'll give the keys to somebody. He says, "Hey, can you drive me home?" And then their friend will drive them home, or they will call. Actually, most likely, most of the time, he would. Whenever he doesn't have his car and he gets dropped off by somebody, they'll call him an Uber or a taxi, and he'll just go home. But there's a big difference between back then, the way he was, and compared to right now. So I just wanted to let you guys know on this particular subject. It's not that they don't care. I mean, I don't know if if there's another reason that you can tell me that I haven't really mentioned. That's very important. But it's like I'm saying, it's just they don't care. It's just they have this overwhelming, stubborn attitude of I could handle it. Stop being a fucking nag. I could handle it, and they cause a disaster. I just get angry with a lot of the stupid macho bullshit that be a man, drink and all this kind of crap like that, and it fucking pisses me off. It causes nothing but heartache. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And this is Dare to Speak. And to all of you, take care.